Welcome to a new video with our home in the forest. Today I would like to talk about my new favorite topic. I believe there is a term that I just discovered. I think I'm a frugal mom. I think I have always been, not only since being here in the countryside. I do like to recycle, reuse, repurpose. We have always been doing this. We always like to keep the things to reuse when we are building stuff. So we really don't like to throw away things, but without being hoarders, mind you. So now being unemployed and trying to make the best with what we have here in the land, but on the other hand, gardening season didn't really start yet. I figured to find out what is actually useful and edible around our land. My friend just took a course about foraging and she shared her knowledge with me. So I have been learning more and more about which plants are edible. And I have known some from my childhood, but have never really been into it. But also, I am not a big salad eater. We don't grow salad just for the purpose of salad. So I will share with you in this series some interesting plants that are really delicious that made it into our kitchen on a regular basis.
We are really on a budget, so we were pushing it really hard, and this is how our fridge looked like before our big grocery shopping.
I recently lost my job, if you have not been following yet. And with that, I have more time naturally, but also comes the point that we need to save some money. But it's also my curiosity that we are trying to grow food, but at the same time, we have this abundance of plants in our forests. And little by little, I learned what was edible, what could I use around here. Obviously, we want to be careful with that, but there is much more in nature that is useful to us than what we know commercially grown and what we can buy in the supermarkets. What I have been already using is sting nettle, and we love it. The dead nettle also, we used it already for a pesto. And now I want to do something new because it grows like crazy, and I am cleaning our garden patch a little bit. We are going with a no-dig method, but it's only our second year and there's always contamination from the outside, so it is impossible to fully be no weed. So we are, I believe this is called Sticky Willy.
I made a tea of this, and let me tell you, it wasn't great. It wasn't disgusting either. If you want to try it, but we will not make the effort to do it again.
I am collecting that while I am cleaning. Let me know when you know anything else that I can use, and I will collect my sting nettles that are on the way because I love the flavor, and maybe we will just dry a few of them. That's why it's here in an old pillowcase. I think I will hang it just to have enough air. The advantage of using weeds is they are widely available right now, and during winter here in our zone we grow brassicas, and that's basically it, and we get tired of it. So I started looking around what is useful already in our land. Of course, if you have centimeters and centimeters of snow, you might not have sting nettle or other weeds. The wild grown herbs might be even really beneficial for us. They come with nutrient density, they come with positive side effects. For us, the benefits are okay, we are saving the money and we can eat something a bit more adventurous than only cabbages, especially in winter before the garden is coming back with its full variety. It might come with positive effects because a lot of herbs and wild weeds do have and have been used for medicinal purposes. You don't have to grow them. You don't need to worry. You don't need to put seeds in the ground. They are just there and they come back in your land or in your street or in your park, wherever you want to go and forage. It is so cool and inspiring how even the youngest kids learn so quickly and are already so competent that we can trust them in little tasks or even in big tasks. So I have been showing the sting nettle to our 2.5-year-old because we were walking in the land and he was barefoot and he was complaining that something hurt, and I explained it to him. I showed him the sting nettle, and since then whenever we saw one he told me this one hurts. But he also saw me, I haven't even said anything about it, he saw me putting gloves and collecting them. And I noticed the other time we had friends over with also a little child, and he explained to that child that this hurts, and suddenly he was gone and he came back with a glove to pull it out. It was absolutely adorable, and it's such a reminder how smart they are and to be trusted with tasks, you know. Guys, let's start easy and delicious with sting nettle. It is super simple when you have a few precautions taken care of. So you collect the sting nettle with gloves and you quickly dip it into boiling hot water.
Let me tell you, the sting nettle pesto is not only delicious, sting nettle is also known to reduce inflammation, treat hay fever, maybe managing diabetes, or lowering your blood pressure. It is also very high in vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, so you do nothing wrong in trying that out and eating some sting nettle pesto this spring.
What I do, I have them in my hello. I have them in my little pot where I collect them with gloves, mind you. And then I just pour on boiling water and then I take out the leaves as I need them. Our favorite way to eat them recently is sting nettle pesto. I cannot even tell you, I cannot even describe for you the flavor. Of course, it is not the flavor of a basil pesto, but it is delicious nevertheless. People are so surprised. It is really flavorful, quite hearty, and we did it for barbecues with bread. We did it with pasta and a little bit of cheese. It is so, so good, you guys. Try sting nettle pesto. Very easy. Um, I collect the sting nettle tips mostly, or when I have very big leaves, take out the harder stems and you mix them with your mixer or anything you have that you normally would use to make pesto with olive oil. Maybe a little bit of salt. You can do chopped nuts. Sometimes I added cashews. I didn't have pine. So yeah, be creative with that. You can also just throw them into your stew. You can really get creative using the leaves. It is so delicious. I have been trying already some other wild herbs, weeds from our land. Stay tuned. Some of them are already a regular thing in our kitchen, but I want to really get into the idea how it tastes best. Sting nettle's so easy, you don't need to do much to make it taste great. So try it out and see. Vincent just visited us here.